1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Is going to stay at 12 teams. It's going to stay at 12 teams. I'm pro this, Tyler. 16 I think I'd have been okay with. Depends on how they would have played it out. But I feel like I feel like if it had gone to 16, it's another year of us learning. I don't want to learn right now. I want to enjoy. And I feel like I'm starting now to enjoy 12 and understand how it works. My argument is going to be, and I'm sorry, Tulane and James Madison and all you other, and I love Coastal. I'm very pro Coastal, but I'm sorry, I don't want you in my playoff. I want the 12 best Power 4 teams in there, and I definitely don't want to see a repeat. I'd love to see Notre Dame in this thing this year.
Sure.
And what Miami did now proves to me Notre Dame could have made a run, if they got into it and you get the right kind of setup that you need.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Notre Dame because it's important to remember, and this would have been the case if they expanded to 16 or 24 or whatever. Notre Dame has a built-in rule for next year where if they are ranked inside the top 12, they are automatically guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. So we could be talking about like the bubble conversation of 10 or 11, but if Notre Dame's ranked at 12, they would just jump those teams in front of them and get that final spot. That's part of the caveat. And as well, all Power 4 champions, regardless of ranking, get an automatic auto bid into the playoff next year. So a Duke would automatically be getting in. Now, I think the ACC is going to change their tiebreakers to avoid a 7-5 team winning again. But if we use these same rules, Duke would have gotten in the playoff this year based on the auto bid.
South Carolina and Texas A&M tomorrow, a game that I'm really interested to see from South Carolina's standpoint. Can they take some momentum that I feel like is built? They didn't get over the Georgia hump. Had Georgia right where you wanted them. Mm-hmm. Let them off the hook. You lose that game. You go to Arkansas and you go to Auburn and you lose. You come back, you get the victory this week against Oklahoma. Had to have that one. I think some confidence is building, and it's a game again. It's a matchup. South Carolina comes down to shooting. I don't know what's going to happen. For all I know, they're going to be 3 of 47 from 3-point range tomorrow because the opportunities are going to be there. But it sets up kind of where South Carolina can go into that game, and if they can shoot the ball well, above 30%, and you handle what A&M does, you're talking about picking up a win that you didn't expect and moving you to 3 and 4 in conference.
Well, in their last game against Oklahoma, and again, Oklahoma and A&M are two very different teams, they took advantage of getting opportunities inside the paint because that Oklahoma defense obviously wasn't good. They shot their fewest amount of 3-point attempts on the season in that game as well, ended up making 9 of them, which helped them, kind of cruise to that victory. So what kind of opportunities does A&M present and how you take advantage of that? We already know that this team in of itself can't really defend the paint really well, so you're going to have to beat A&M, much like Georgia a couple weeks ago, if you're going to win that game, of trying just outscoring them. And again, they held Georgia to 20 points below what their season scoring total was, and you're going to have to do something similar to A&M tomorrow.
Product on the field is as much fun and as great as it's ever been.
I mean, I've probably enjoyed these last 2 college football seasons more than any in recent memory, and the parity and the excitement and never knowing what's going to happen on a given weekend goes into that. Yeah, once the games kick off and once we're playing games, then we're good. It's just the 8-9 months of the offseason where we have to talk about litigation, we have to talk about lawsuits, have to talk about realignment, all those kind of things. That's the not fun part of it. It gives us things to talk about, which I am thankful for, but it's not doing things to make the sport better more often than not. But again, it's just waiting until the next season kicks off.
Well, and like you said, we're waiting. But and then the product on the field is great. The players are getting better. I think the coaching is actually getting better. And when we get everybody settled into their spots after transfer portals, I think again everything's working really well. It stinks that basically you really have to go buy a new program now every year to that guy's with this guy. Well, we'll have to figure the people that are doing the best right now, Phil Steele, Athlon, Lindy's. Sure. We all now have to go back to buying
have to lean on those, right? And for a program like this, like Carolina, that had a flat out failure of a season last year, going out and getting a massive haul in the portal is going to instill optimism for the next 9 months. Like, hey, last year was bad, but you went out there and made the coaching hires you did, but look at all this talent you brought in from these different places to fix this and fix that. And again, we won't know until toe meets leather really 3 weeks into the season, because you'll be able to handle your first two opponents pretty easily there. Should be able to. But it's going to give you the reason for thinking things can be a lot better and turned around.